The other day, Hypergriff, the music company that made Arknights, accidentally fixed the worst aspect of this game, only to reverse it days later. Many players will say the worst feature in Arknights is the limited banner pity system, where 300 pulls are required to guarantee a limited operator, made notably much harder to acquire after release. However, even though it's a gacha game, pulls aren't as important as gameplay for player retention. The actual worst feature is the sanity, aka stamina, penalty for failing challenge mode missions. What do you think happens when players fail a few times too many and see that sanity go down the drain? One of three options. They spend Originite Prime, the premium currency, to refill, refer to a guide, or quit, in that order. So, at first, some will use the OP when abundant, but the more this happens, the more they realize they're being taken for a ride. Then they turn to guides to get it done and save on sanity. Now they rely on guides sooner because why waste those limited resources at all? Me think that's fine, they're still playing the game after all. Yes, however, if someone uses a guide at the first sign of challenge, they will start to get bored with the game. It's almost like using cheats in an RTS game to annihilate the enemy. Yeah, it's fun for a bit, yet the lack of challenge also kills motivation. I'd wager that most unplayed content in Arknights is challenge mode content. Of those that have completed much of it, how much did they do using guides? I don't begrudge them for doing so, nor am I suggesting they're bad players. In truth, objectively, it is in your best interest to complete challenge stages on the first try. The sanity loss with each failure adds up, which eats into resource farming and, more importantly, the ability to play at all. This is particularly relevant during story events where you have a limited amount of time, i.e. sanity, to clear out the event. Let's say an event has 3 challenging stages and it takes you about 3 tries on each to win. Now 3 tries to clear means a stage is in fact easy, very easy. Compare that to regular single player games. How often do you die in those? Plenty, I imagine. More so for games like Dark Souls. Dying there is part of the game, part of the challenge. But when we talk gacha stages that require 20 sanity, costing 10 with each loss, that's 60 wasted sanity for 3 stages, or 6 hours of wait time. And that's a kind example. Most players would require a lot more than 3 tries. You might say, that's what practice mode is for. That cost isn't insignificant either, and there are a limited number of uses. Let's not forget, you may still need to retry on a real attempt even after you succeed in practice. I can't see a large percentage of inexperienced players staying around for the long run if the game keeps taking away their ability to play. There is nothing dumber in game design than having systems that actively discourage players from playing your game. A counter-argument from the publisher's perspective might be that the loss of free-to-play casuals is worth it because whales will spend OP, i.e. money, without thought to refill sanity. What's that to a few lost casuals? Whales need an ocean of casuals to swim in. Whales in a pond will die. Am I saying to make it easier, to go casual? No. I want a higher difficulty. Not with this garbage penalty system in place though. Gameplay engagement is at its highest during contingency contract events. You know why? Because it has a sliding scale of difficulty from easy to very hard and it costs no sanity. Think about the number of videos posted by players clearing those contracts in creative ways versus the minuscule amount of creative clears for challenge stages, such as relays, E0 only, low up clears, etc. Oh, but CC encourages you for the rewards, you might say. There's no incentive to do anything with challenge stages. Up to risk 18, yes, but many attempt beyond that or will go back and redo risk 18 with harsher limitations, such as 4 stars only at no higher than E1 promotion. Now, what if you could incorporate some of that CC engagement into challenges? Here's how. Get rid of the sanity penalty to challenge stages outright. I don't want even 1 sanity lost for failure. Make challenge stages only cost sanity upon the first successful clear and then cost nothing afterwards in exchange for no repeat rewards. No XP, no LMD. That's step 1. Stop discouraging players from playing your game. Now players can have fun with creative clears. Next, start a daily challenge system where you task players with completing a particular stage on challenge mode with additional restrictions. Oh, you thought beating Frost Nova without medics was bad enough? Let's see you do it without medics, snipers, or guards, and she now moves in a different pattern. They can go for real challenges if there is no penalty for losing. Give a little reward for succeeding as an incentive, include a random, and everyone will pay attention. To prevent that feeling of I must complete challenges every day or I'm falling behind amongst players, Hypergriff could set it such that you only need to complete 3 per week or so to maximize the notable rewards. Say 100 a random per clear, up to 3 times per week. It would be a button in the weekly missions tab. For anyone that goes beyond the 3, just give a little extra LMD or XP. It's free content, no additional assets required. The Bloons Tower Defense series does this, and it's great. When I saw that I was only losing 1 sanity per challenge mode failure in the Break the Ice event, I thought Hypergriff had finally started to see sense. It wouldn't be long before they got rid of the penalty altogether. I had so much fun figuring out the best way to beat those stages with an under-leveled team. Video on that coming soon for those interested. Some attempts, I tried wild strategy just to see what would happen. I've never felt more disappointed in playing this game than when I saw the emergency maintenance notice saying it was a bug and they would fix it. This glorious improvement to the game lasted 2 days. I'd already completed the event by then, so it's no loss to me now. I was just disappointed to see the game regress for the future. Hypergriff, stop discouraging people from playing your game, and give me a greater challenge. So, what are your thoughts on the sanity penalty for content meant to be cleared only once? Please comment below, I would love to hear from you, and like and share the video. Do subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.